pitcher for the Senators coming in as the New York Yankees come to bat in the top of the ninth inning, trailing 7-5. What a wild and woolly ball game it's been. The Senators spotted the New York Yankees a 5-1 advantage, but roared back with 4 in the 6th, 2 in the 8th, and they now lead it 7-5. And Joe Grisenda will try and save it for Paul Lindblad. Joe has been a most pleasant surprise this year. He's 5-2. Is appearing in his 46th game of the year. Has worked 69 2/3 innings, allowed 54 hits, walked only 17, and 7 of those were intentional. Struck out 56. Has given up 2 homers, 19 runs, 15 of them earned, and has a sparkling 1.93 earned run average. So it's 7-5 on 7-11-0 for Washington, 5-9-5 for New York. A pinch hitter for the Yankees for Jack Aker. Felipe Alou. Alou hitting .286 with 8 home runs, 21 doubles, 6 triples, and 69 runs batted in. The pitch to Felipe, a ground ball is short. Kobe up and it bobbles it, picks it up, throws to first, in time to get Alou. Good recovery by Kobe Harrah. And we are now 2 outs away from the conclusion of Major League Baseball in the nation's capital. Hopefully, it won't be too long. The fans have demonstrated their enthusiasm tonight. The batter is Bobby Mercer, who takes a pitch in for the strike. $14,460 showed up tonight. The 1-strike pitch is outside, 1-1. Mercer has flied to center, hit a 2-run homer, his 25th of the year. Then he grounded out first to the pitcher covering and walked. He swings and misses strike 2. 1 ball and 2 strikes on Bobby Mercer. He'll be the second leading batter in the American League, trailing only the batting champ Tony Oliva of the Minnesota Twins. The 1-2 coming is outside. It's 2-2. Bobby Mercer batting for the New York Yankees with 1 out and nobody on in the 9th inning. The 2-2 from Gazenda. One back to Joe. He spears it. He throws to Tom McCraw at first, and there are 2 outs. Are coming out on the field. This will not be a complete game unless they get back. This will not be a complete game unless they get back. So we certainly hope that this ball game can be concluded. The players now are clearing the field as pandemonium has broken loose, and the field is filled with many souvenir hunters. The Senators lead 7-5 with 2 outs. Police are trying to restore order, but the crowd continues to mill all around the field. Some fans are scooping up dirt. More and more now are converging on the field. The Senators are 1 out away from victory. The Yankees have 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning.
Realistically, they're a lot closer to defeat because they'll never get this ball game underway again. The bases are gone. There's a patrolman standing on home plate, another one on the mound, and they're very rapidly becoming outnumbered.
Of bodies on the field. Most of them just standing there, getting a glimpse of RFK Stadium, the site of Major League Baseball, perhaps for the last time. It may well be that the Senators will be denied their final victory. Now fans are converging upon the scoreboard. And again, the souvenir hunters are trying to get anything from the stadium. They are succeeding, and reinforcements have been called, and hopefully the field will be cleared so we can get the final out in this historic ball game.
Realistically, we wanted to take the National Guard to get him out here because there won't be much left of the scoreboard. Like an army of ants out there going through the jungle. They're just chopping away at everything they can get their hands on.
It's a shame they couldn't have waited for one more out, but they didn't. And now the job at hand is to try and clear the field so this ball game can continue. The remainder of the fans, and I don't believe anyone has left this ballpark tonight, are watching the activity on the field. But it is activity every place. The scoreboard has been completely decimated. Nothing remains. I hope Norm Hammer does.
I wonder what's going on in Normie's mind out there right now.
I believe Bert Hawkins has just said that this game will be forfeited to New York.
It has been.
Well, it's a strange way to lose a ball game. It's a strange way to wind up Major League Baseball in the nation's capital. But I guess it's been a topsy-turvy season. No one believed that there would not be Major League Baseball in the nation's capital. But it's sad to report there no longer is. How long Major League Baseball will stay away remains to be seen. The lights flicker here at RFK Stadium. And as the lights flicker, the hopes of that long-awaited pennant die with the lights. The last pennant, 1933. The last time the Senators were in the first division, 1946. The fans of Washington, over the years, have supported ball clubs that never have measured up on the field to the other clubs in the league. We can only hope that their loyalty over these many years will be rewarded in the near future with a new Major League franchise. Baseball is a great game. It's a game for everyone. But I think maybe George Soucy put it best when he said, Washington is not the capital of the United States. Washington is the capital of the world. And can you imagine the capital of the world not having Major League Baseball? Ladies and gentlemen, I can only say that it has been an extreme pleasure broadcasting Senators baseball for the last 3 years. I want to thank all of the members of the Washington Senators, my good friends on the team who have been so great, so cooperative. I also want to thank all the members of the Senators organization for their help and cooperation over the years. Vicky Magny, the switchboard operator, a real unsung hero who always had a pleasant word when people called the stadium. Bert Hawkins and his wonderful secretary, Joan Flanagan. Oscar Malamott was a big help. When you take a look at the loyal people who've worked in the Senators' offices, dedicated to bringing the best possible service, you have to take your hats off. But I think tonight, the fans of Washington, who have suffered so long, have to be congratulated for their many years of loyal support. And also, I'd like to thank, and you hate to mention names because there's so many that will be omitted, but I want to thank George Minot, the outstanding baseball writer for the Washington Post. Merle Whittlesey, the outstanding baseball writer for the Washington Star. Charlie Raymond, the fine young writer who had only 1 year of Major League Baseball. My good friend Russ White of the Daily News. You could go on and on and on, thanking everyone. I'd like to take this opportunity right now to thank my broadcasting partner, Tony Roberts. It's been an extreme pleasure working with him this season, despite the fact we didn't have too many victories, and ironically, we lost one tonight on a forfeit because the field was completely decimated and the umpires forfeited the game to New York, even though the Senators had the lead 7-5. But Tony, it's been a lot of fun working with you, and I hope that our paths will cross many times in the future, and perhaps someday real soon we can be broadcasting the games of the Washington Senators again.
Well, not much more I can add to that. The only thing that was preserved here tonight was the rubber on the mound, because they came out and dug it up under police guard, and they're carting it off now to the center field area. Rule 417 in the rule book says a game shall be forfeited to the opposing team when a team is unable or refuses to place 9 players on the field. Well, the Senators were unable to continue because of the many fans on the field, and so this one will go into the record book as a New York Yankee victory. But I believe they still have home plate intact. I think an officer is still standing on home plate right now. Not a heck of a lot we can say. Ron, I certainly have enjoyed my 1 year with you, and just to echo your sentiments, why I hope that we can do it again sometime. Not in the American League, maybe in the National League, but in the city of Washington. Opening day was great, but tonight was something else again. It's too bad it had to end up this way, because the players certainly deserved a better break after the way they came from behind and came on to take the lead against the Yankees, 7-5, only to lose it with 1 out to go. Just maybe one more pitch and it would have been all over. Well, that's pretty much the story here. And the Yankees are the winners, though the Senators were leading 7-5 with 2 outs in the top of the 9th inning. This is the Washington Senators Baseball Network. DC 101 would like to thank Tony Roberts, Ron Manchin, Phil Wood, and especially Don Rice, without whose assistance this program would not have been possible.